in level 2 already, when you confirm level 2, you will receive a massive fixed commission of 1,000 dirham per month. And if you're on level 3, you are getting 2,500 dirhams per month. If you're in level 4, you get 6,000. If you're in level 5, you get 15,000. And if you're in level 6, you get 40,000 dirhams per month. And of course, now is the big question, how it will continue. Who have an imagination? Yeah, when you pay attention, you see this is 200 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So you can calculate by yourself, because these figures are not now here on the screen, but for sure, I'm very sure that you see the huge numbers already behind the question marks. And this is the really, really big money. And this gives you security. And I want to tell you only one more thing tonight, because this money you will receive additional to all the possibilities that I have introduced you before. Because this is also only one of all 10 possibilities of earning money here in Lions. And this is very important to understand. And this fixed commission, this makes you then more happy, I think. Because if you get every month this money, then of course you have a big, big problem later. Yeah? Because I know some people who are in that level, they have a very huge problem. Because they all the month need to think how to spend all the money. Well, but this is a nice problem, I think. And yeah, for me it's a very nice pleasure tonight, because your future perspective, this is very easy. Because you have all the market, the millions of customers for you. And of course, if you start as a business team member, you will have an advantage of these millions of customers. And at the end, I have just one more question to you. And this question is, how big are your market shares? And from my side, it is now the presentation. From my side, I'm at the end of the presentation. So I thank you very much for your attention. And I'm very honored now to have somebody here in this room who is in the president's member, in the president's team. And he is a very special person. He is a very good friend of mine. And he started in Lions only 3 years ago. Maybe this is a very short time to reach this high career level that he has done. And this man, he is very experienced in opening up countries. For example, he opened up Switzerland by himself. He was the first person. From the beginning, from the start, he developed the market there. And you must imagine, Switzerland started in the middle of last year. And in the end of last year, Switzerland was on the 3rd place of all active countries in Europe. Yeah? So only in half a year from the start, he made that up. He also started in Turkey. Turkey is now amazing. They have shopping possibilities with the fuel, with the food, with everything on the important domains, growing like crazy. I just have heard today somebody have made a new position there, so it was amazing that this country is running so well. And of course also Belgium. He opened up just a couple of weeks ago. It was maybe a few months ago only where he opened up Belgium, and the results are just amazing. And he's also here, and he will help you to develop the business here in the United Arab Emirates. And it's a big, big pleasure for me to have him here and to introduce him to you tonight. So he will have another minutes to talk to you. And please welcome on stage with a big hand, Mr. Yarisibaka.
Hello everybody from my side. It's a big honor for me to be here in the UAE. And it's a great pleasure to stay here in front of the stage. Look to motivated eyes of you, and I have only a few minutes for you. Good. And you hear in my language, English is not my mother language, but I try to keep better and to get better. And after the very famous opening of Michael today, Michael, thank you once more. It was great. And after our general manager, Mr. Carl Eibel, he told you about the business opportunities, and now for sure for the last 1.5 hours. So give a big hand to Mario Hoffman, he was wonderful. I feel like a driver of a little go-kart, and the guys before me are driving big Formula 1 cars, and so I have to tell you something now. Good, I have a question. I have have some questions to you. Who think he will understood more than 90% today? Really? Who think it's less than 90%? Who think it's less than 50%? And who think it's less than 20%? Oh, it's an amazing country. I started with Linus 3 years ago, I told you. And my recommender is a very good friend of mine since 30 years, really 30 years. He's the best friend of my brother. And he asked me to come to this presentation for 1 year. He asked me 1 year to enjoy life. And I said 1 year I didn't hear to him, I didn't listen. Yeah? But after 1 year my wife told me, please Gary, be so kind. Go with him and enjoy this evening, and then you can say no, it's okay. And I enjoyed this evening, I didn't say no, I said yes. But I didn't understand anything, less than 20%. But what I understood is, I have a chance to share the market, to take my person. I have a good network, I have very good friends. I was a musician before, yeah? I had a company. My musician career was over, but my company, I was an owner of a public relation company, the company was very good, and it was very successful. I didn't need more money, what I needed is more time to spend life. And that was the reason I said, okay, it would be a good opportunity to go to Lioness. Only half time, only a few hours in the week. Yeah? And then my recommender was very good to me. And this is the best tip I can give to you. Ask your recommender how you can become successful. And I had an own tactic. My tactic was, I thought, okay, you have an own company, you are successful. The career before, you have been a musician, you have been successful, but now you're in Lioness, that's new. You don't know anything about this business. But what I recognized, I don't have to sell anything. My whole life I had to sell. I had to sell musicians, I had to sell groups, I had to sell artists to TV, I had to sell artists to the newspapers. Only sell. And I recognized, in Lioness, I don't have to sell anything. I only have to talk about it. That's all I have to talk about. Lioness, to my friends, you want to have money back with every purchase? You want to share the market? That's all. And so, I had a tactic, and I call this tactic the turtle tactic. Do you know the turtle tactic? You heard about it? Turtle tactic. I did it like a turtle. I lay back on my backside, and you can imagine the turtle is on the backside, it can move, yeah? And I gave my hand to my recommender and say, please, take my hand and bring me success. I will do what you are saying to me because you know how it's working. And this is my biggest tip to you. There are really fantastic persons in this room now, in the audience. And also, from my person, from the distribution side on, I have to say a big thank you to Mohammed. Where is he? Mohammed, thank you for all you did here. And for sure, first, a big hands to Mr. Davor. Where is Davor? Outside, this guy. It was his idea to go to the UAE, and he did really the first steps here, the little steps, and to listen, what can we do? Really great, big things they did. So, you have to go to your recommender and say, what do I have to do if I want to have success? Yeah? Before, Mario asked you if you want to have the blue card and if you want to have the golden card. Is it right? You know the difference between blue and golden? Blue is the shopping card and the gold card is for